I was gonna say something else, but I gotta bring it back to my guy.
Hey yo.
Very random, but I love it. Will Sasso's interview
Oh my god.
with Chris Van Vliet. I can't stop watching the clips of him impersonating wrestlers. Okay, first of all, I was not aware of his like deep connection to wrestling. I had no idea. Like he's not a guy that's generally on my radar. I'm not super into like television series or movies. Like it's just not my thing really. So like I knew of him, but I couldn't tell you, a bunch of stuff that he's done in his career or anything. So him talking about, being around in WCW and whatever, I was like, oh, okay. And then he just like, huh?
He knows ball.
Yeah. So I was like, I had no idea. So then he's just like going on about these, stories that he has and these impersonations. He's got Scott Hall. He's got Jesse Ventura. He's got Jake the Snake. And I'm just like, okay, these are, you don't see a lot of impersonations of those three guys, I would say, in particular. Like usually if someone's going to do a wrestling impersonation, it's going to be Hulk Hogan, like because it's
Macho
easy, right?
Man.
Yeah, it's just gonna, because the voice, or with Hulk Hogan, it's like brother, like,
it's easy.
Yeah, so I was just like, he's so good at all three, and the ones with the Scott Hall story that he told about going to the bar, and there was like a bunch of guys there, and Scott Hall was there, and he says that Scott Hall said,
Hey, Sasso, you look like the kind of guy who could do coke and eat.
He's so good. So it's just like another example of like how good Chris Van Vliet interviews are. Like they're some of my favorite ones to watch as far as anything that has to do with wrestling. It's like him and Ariel Helwani, the real legit journalist. So yeah, he's a real
unbiased journalist.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I think he's put together a couple like shorts on YouTube, and you should watch it because I think that he has hands down the best Scott Hall impersonation. And he does it in like a funny way too, where it's not cringe or like they're not he's not trying to be disrespectful in any way either.
He is Scott Hall. Like when he is Scott Hall.
It's insane. It's insane. So I think that has been my favorite thing of the week so far.
Oh, I was agree with that. My favorite out of that was Jake the Snake, because he does the Jake the Snake promo.
Breathing.
The breathing. That's what makes it like so authentic. And with Jake the Snake, with that promo with Ted DiBiase, like it's one of his best promos ever. And he just did it right off the cuff, on par, same note. Like it was absolutely incredible.
Need to know stuff like that. Like I want to be somebody that's like what, the most iconic promo, because someone had just posted the picture of Scott Hall invading WCW, in the Canadian tuxedo. And it's just saying like post a photo you can hear.
Yes.
And it's like, and then I posted like, you people, who I am. And I'm like, I need to memorize the entire thing, because like I can't just know the opening line, because everybody and their mom knows the opening line. I'm like, I need to take time to actually like remember the entire thing.
That's a good point. I don't really know a lot of promos like off the cuff.
Yeah.
But if someone like a dad or mom pushing the kid on the bike, and then they're like, "Mom, I'm doing it. You still there?" And they're like, they already like I need a little bit of a bump, a push, and then it gets me there. I'm trying to think of a couple that I remember, but I agree. You know who I am, but you don't know why
I'm here. I mean, I know like a good part of it is just like I'm like, it would be a good one to know the whole thing,